at this. When Mom passed, I just knew we had to have a harvest party. There just wasn't a question. And my sisters kind of went, well, it's not a question with Pam. When she wants her way, it kind of happens, you know. So here we are. We're all here together to celebrate in who Kenny and Betty were. And Gordon is the man that built the walls that Brent was talking about that I climbed. And Gordon built these beautiful walls that framed the atrium in Gully's End. And they all had climbing paths, several climbing paths that allowed us to climb up to that clear-story roof and look out at the world from a perch that Mom and Dad had. They had a perch in the world that was so unique. And they gathered all of us together by taking that unique aspect. They foraged in the world, and they came to Aspen, and Daddy could see an old mining building and forage and gather and harvest it and create a container to invite people into to come on their vacations and ski. We made friends. We moved into the West End, and we gathered friends that moved to town or that welcomed us here and made us all have community. And Mom made her gardens. We started with a garden in the West End. We had the most beautiful garden at Gully's End. It was a floating paradise, and that sloping garden that Daddy built the soil for. And Pat Fort, who came here from Alaska, would turn that amount of compost with a tractor. I remember Daddy starting it and shoveling it. He worked so hard. As a number of people who said to me this evening as they came in, your father, he could work. But Daddy carried the hod so that people like Gordon and many other very creative people, Daddy would carry the hod so that they could create. And he would create through them most amazing, amazing places. And that's why we've come together this evening, and Mead, bless you for singing. We, of course, are trying to make a memorial program for this harvest and ask people to speak, and we dreamed up Moon River because for us, it was Mom and Dad's favorite song. I think it was the song of how they came onto the river of their lives. And they always boated, and they always adventured. And they sent us out into the world, and we all came back to be with them, and we all lived in their house as adults with them and brought our grandchildren back to them and shared. And that's why we're so thankful that you've all come to share and just feel these wonderfully good feelings. So thank you to my mother and father for creating all of the unique individuals that they saw and emboldened us to be the unique individuals that we are. And now that they're gone, there's a rent in our fabric. And tonight is the night that we reknit it and have a new fabric and a new community. As community is very important to keep intricately knitted together so that we all can re-know ourselves through them. And so now we'll have a wonderful reminiscence of Valerie curated Mom's slides, and Peggy Wilkie put them together in a wonderful video. So we'll have a little bit of time to watch that, shed a few tears, have a lot of laughs, and then there'll be my daughters and Chloe, the grandchildren will close us up. And then we'll have a feast and get good and jolly.